So on Facebook, in response to my video about Biden giving $55 billion to Africa, J.J. Moore decides that he wants to say that where would they be today if your own people hadn't sold them into slavery? Would they ever be in the greatest country ever? Well, the part that I want to go ahead and hit in this little 3-minute video is that America would not be a great country that you claim that it is today if it wasn't for slave labor. You see, you don't understand history and how things work. The only reason the Americas became such a great place was because of the cash crops of sugar and tobacco and cotton. Now, without slave labor, because your European diseases killed the native people in this land, and the average European would not have left Europe in order to come to America to work on farms to which most people died when they in the process of sugar and tobacco and cotton. Therefore, that cash crop would not have funded the European empires that were created, and therefore, if they didn't fund those European empires, the South would have remained a very, very poor place to be. Brazil would have had a chance to become a great world power, but America would not have been, because the South would have been so poor that there would not have been enough manpower, economics, or technology for you to have your American Revolution. So that would not have happened, and the industrialization of America would have happened 50, 20, 30, 100 years later. So even our world today would not have as much technology as it has today without that free slave labor in order to bolster the European countries. Now, they could have still built their empires by going over into India and taking advantage of that opportunity, but more than likely they would not have, because the cash crop out of the Americas and Central America, the Caribbean and South America funded the ships to be able to be built to go over to India to keep going back and forth. So no sir, America would not have become a great country without that free slave labor that allowed for the South to become a strong economic power, that allowed for Europeans to say that it's a great opportunity to come to America and become wealthy. That would not have been something that they would have been able to do. So therefore, America would not have become this great country. Your people like George Washington would have never existed, would have never been able to do whatever he did. Thomas Jefferson, none of them. The great empires that Europe built would not have happened. It would have been a much slower build. So no. And the only way for something like that to not have happened would be if the Pope at that time frame in the 1600s had said that it was immoral to have slavery, and then the Protestants would have followed suit. Now, of course we know civilizations from the beginning of time have always thought slavery was okay. So we know that wasn't going to happen. Slavery being outlawed is only a recent thing. Well, immoral is a recent thing.